join in the webinar and understanding this program, Microsoft Certified Educator. Before we get into understanding this program, let's quickly look at a brief update and a understanding of what our company UpEducator does. We've helped and transformed a number of educators. Here's the presentation. So our company's motto is to update, upkeep, uplift, upgrade, upskill educators. We are associated with number of organizations, one being the Microsoft Certified Examination Partner. We're also Google for Education Partner. One of our program has been endorsed by ETHI UK. So of course, a person gets a certification from a UK institute. And we recently got our association with Hour of Code as an international partner. We were recently also in the media. Of course, our founder of UpEducator story was mentioned by the week. And of course, that's what you see at the beginning, which is the headline, which says UpEducator empowers over 10,000 educators revolutionizing upskilling in India. So yes, that's what we are, as our motto is, that we believe in that it is very important for teachers to upskill and empower themselves. And truly our focus therefore is in helping teachers become confident and proficient in using technology and any teaching methodologies in their classrooms. We are also one of the India's leading institutions who offer instructor-led programs. As you saw in the article, we've trained 10,000 plus educators, and these educators are from across 3,000 plus schools and colleges from around 25 countries. We have helped around 1,000 plus educators become Google certified and Microsoft certified educator. Of course, you are here to know more about the Microsoft, and not even 1% of the educators are technologically certified. Of course, Microsoft Certified Educator certification is a tech certification. So as we have an educational qualification certification to teach, such as a B.Ed, a D.Ed, or a bachelor's in elementary education, whatever it be, as we have that, it is very important nowadays for teachers to even get themselves certified with it and get a technology certificate. We also run a very amazing series for the educators who join our programs. So of course, this is a complimentary bonus that educators get who join our programs. They get in a series for a year, which is called Expert Voices in Education. And in these expert voices, we invite expert and prominent teachers to help teachers learn about the best practices of their subjects. So we have, of course, got in a lot of national awardee teachers. These are the ones who have been awarded the national award for teaching by the President of India. And till date, we've had 8 national awardee teachers who've come on our platform and had shared their learnings right from various subjects like English, math, science, of course, physics and chemistry as well. And then we have also invited national ICT teachers. Of course, these teachers are the ones who have got a national award for using ICT into their classrooms. And apart from that, we've also invited international speakers. We've invited certain speakers who are, experts, like we have Mr. Mahesh, who is working with Khan Academy, content developer. We've also invited a TEDx speaker, Lopa Mudra madam, and we had invited an IITian who is from Delhi to take a session with our teachers on project-based learning, Dr. Vinita Dubey. So we keep adding a lot of educators to our platform, and therefore that becomes like an added advantage, which is, learning from the best practices these teachers take it. Of course, we are also one of the largest teacher community on social media. We have over 2 lakh plus followers. And these, of course, followers are educators. A quick brief about myself. I am Sonam Chavan. I am the presenter for today's webinar, and of course, I'm also a trainer for the Microsoft program. A brief about me. I'm a Microsoft educator, master Google certified trainer. I have 15 years of experience in the field of education, and I have trained over 4,000 plus educators on digital tools, teaching pedagogy, curriculum development, implementation, international curriculum, and of course, helped many educators in career support. I was invited by MyGov to meet the Honorable Prime Minister, of course, to share my views on the current scenario of inclusive education. This was in the year 2015. He awarded a Global Teacher Accreditation in the year 2014 by British Council, and I was recently awarded in the year 2021 Instructional Leadership Award by School Edu Excellence. So that's a quick about me and the company that I represent. Of course, I work as a head of academics at Educator. And now, just for those who join in a little late, a quick update on what we did till now. I had given certain instructions at the beginning. So one is that when you join in, you would have seen a pop-up, which is a poll, which I request you to kindly fill it up. If you can't see the poll, you may have to search for the word poll on your screen, click on it, and you will have your poll opened up. If you've already filled it, great, that is great. And, we have received your input. Second is, of course, towards the end, kindly stay back because I'll be sharing a link of how you can get a certificate for today's webinar. So it is very important to wait all the way till the end for the same. And thirdly, of course, please be free to ask me any questions. Of course, we are a big group of 48 participants, and I'm sure a lot many more will join in right now. Please make sure you put in your queries in the chat so that I can answer them. It may take me some time. By them, I'm speaking something. I may have read the query, but I may have not answered it. Some questions you may have asked would already be coming in my presentations. So I may come back to your question maybe on a later note, but don't that I have not answered your query. So please feel free to ask me any questions, how many ever you wish to. Of course, we'll keep the last 5 minutes to of specifically for Q&A, but even in between, if you want to ask questions, please feel free to do so. Okay. So let's begin with our content of understanding about Microsoft Certified Educator program. All right, a question to all the educators who have joined in today, and you can write an answer to this in the chat. Why teachers need to become digitally smart? What are your views on the same? Why do you think should the teachers become digitally smart? Please feel free to write your response in the chat. All right, so it's the need of the time, it's the need of the hour, 21st century to save our to communicate with the new generation, due to digital education starting now, awareness and to save our job instead of AI, yes. You need to, that's another fear everybody has. Maybe AI is going to take away our jobs. So how do we take care of blended learning and to overcome challenges, technology effectively for teaching, to help in growth of new generation, to make our class more attractive and effective, time saving. Yes, very great, very good answers I'm getting in today. Gives positive emphasis to the development of latest methods. Okay, teachers can make it more interesting and interactive. Amazing. Great answers, everyone. And of course, please keep writing more. I will definitely read them. But let's have a look at some of the reasons we have accumulated together. Of course, a lot of you have spoken about these reasons, and they are going to be there in this presentation. But maybe we have not looked at certain things, and let's have a look at as to why those are also the reasons why we should become digitally smart. So, of course, the kind of use of technology that everybody has started doing post the pandemic. Of course, there was technology even before the pandemic, but as you see, with the pandemic, we were all, we were all forced, if not willingly, but forced to use technology. And then, of course, with the pandemic, it gave a lot of boost to companies to create a lot of digital content freely, making it freely available for educators. And the huge availability of free content for educators. Now let's have a look at this wonderful video. It is how your future of education could be like, where virtual reality and 5G, we know that in India, 5G has come into practice, and virtual reality is also not something which we have not heard about. Virtual reality is getting yourself immersed into a particular, artificial environment. So how that also could, be the future, and you may have a different classroom altogether. So let's quickly have a look at this video. Let me just start it in a bigger screen.
So we're gonna have an astrophysicist in the family. Actually, let's take a closer look. What part of the solar system are we talking about?
Saturn.
If you were taking astrophysics, you could study in the metaverse.
Did you know the rings are made up of billions of icy particles?
Really?
Look at this.
You ready to do that paper now, right?
Yeah.
In the metaverse, you'll be able to teleport not just to any place, but any time as well. Ancient Rome. Imagine standing on the streets, hearing the sounds, visiting the markets, to get a sense of the rhythm of life over 2,000 years ago. Imagine learning how the Forum was built by actually seeing the Forum get in front of you.
So that is probably the future of education. And I will not say that it is like at a very, it's not going to be so, it will not take so much time for us to also have this kind of technology into our classrooms. So at the beginning, I showed you some of the, pictures of experts who've come into our and we've had Mr. Dilip, who had taken a session with our teachers, and you won't believe the topic that he took it on was AR and VR in classrooms to use for development of English language. So a school educator in the remote space of Tamil Nadu, a government teacher, is actually already using this technology of VR in his school. Another gentleman who was our Microsoft certified educator participant, and of course, he's a Microsoft certified educator, Dr. Chandan Mishra. Okay, if you read about him, he is also a national awardee. He was given this national award in this year, 2023. And even his details, if you read on the website, he also got the national award for one of the reason was being using AR and VR, which is augmented reality and virtual reality into his class. Of course, if you actually go and see the data of these national award winners, all the teachers who are getting this are all using technology into their schools and classrooms. And all these national awardees, you will see 85% of them are government school teachers. So if with the rarest of the rarest, time and space that they get, they have difficulty with internet, they are somehow managing to use technology at the fullest extent into their schools. So of course, as I mentioned, post the pandemic, there was a huge increase in the kind of data that was available, the resources that are now freely available for teachers to use. So 3D content, virtual reality, augmented reality, simulations, educational websites, amazing 3D VR videos are available, and a lot more is available for teachers to use very easily, and that too also for free. I saw a lot of us writing this, that yes, students are, probably smarter, at least in technology wise, than us. And we also did a survey where we found that grade 3 students are more tech savvy than 90% of the teachers. So in this case, it is very important for us to reduce this digital gap so that we are also good at using technology, and doesn't feel that we do not know technology and therefore we don't use it into our class. Also, it is very easy to engage students in work in making a class interactive, especially when you use digital resources. A survey by World Economic Forum said that in the next 10 years time, 9 out of the 10 jobs are going to require digital skills. So even students are going to be expected to know how to use technology well. So even the national education policy talks about the same. For making personalized learning, individualized learning, with technology, it gets easier. If you're still using the old traditional methods, it is quite challenging to give personalized learning content to students. Blended learning, it's a new concept which has been advocated in the new national education policy, where some part of the learning happens face-to-face, some part through online medium, where teacher record or teacher provides videos and shares it with the student. And an EdTech review said that 73% of the teachers say that blended learning has increased engagement of students. Productivity time, a lot of you wrote about it, that yes, with technology, we'll be able to save time. And 84% of the UK teachers say that technology saves educators time. And of course, this is one of the last reason is the rise in the types of online tutoring jobs that are now available for educators. So if you are somebody who is being a house because of family commitment, but still prefers to work and teach students, you have a lot of online tutoring jobs, wherein, of course, one of the most important criteria is that teacher should be very comfortable in using technology in her class. All right. So to help the teachers overcome all these challenges, of course, Microsoft has a program, which is a Microsoft Certified Educator program. And we have structured it well in such a way that you get to learn a lot of tools, know how it can be applied into your classrooms, and of course, use it to the best of your abilities. So what is it that you'll be learning through this program? This is the overview of the Microsoft tools you will be learning, which will help you create an ebook, a digital classroom, question answer forum, gamify your quizzes, add AR, VR in your lessons, read interactive classes. Though the Microsoft curriculum does not talk about educating the educators about AI, but we believe that now it is very important that teachers understand AI. So we have included the Bing AI into our platform. If you actually go on the Microsoft portal to see the curriculum of this program, You will not see the Bing AI being included there. But here, because we believe that it is important that whatever we teach from Up Educator, we give it in a complete holistic way to the educators who come and join our program. Also, one of the most important part of this certification is helping teachers understand 21st century skills and how the teachers can apply this into the classroom. Why is it important for teachers to know these 21st century skills, and how can you apply it in the classroom is what I'll be talking in sometimes later. And the last part that I'll be talking about is to what is it that you have to do to become a Microsoft certified educator, what's the exam process, and the other details about our program. So now quickly, let's have a look at some of the applications that you'll be learning under the Microsoft Certified Educator program. The first being the Microsoft team. This is considered to be a one-stop solution to all the challenges of the teacher. So let me show you a live example of a team. Okay, so this is where you can create a digital classroom, share resources with your students, create an ebook very, very easily. So here I have created a classroom. I have created topic-wise chat forums for students to ask their queries to me. I am able to give them classwork. I am able to give them assignments. I am able to share notes through an ebook. So all this is possible in Microsoft Teams in one place. So you don't have to, share content with your student. All right. So that is Microsoft Teams. The class notebook is just, yeah. So what is this class notebook all about? Why is it important to have a class notebook? And why is it that it's not ideal to create class notes on a Word platform? You may all say, okay, we can create all of this on a Microsoft Word. Why use a new application for it? Now, the reason is that when you create anything on a Word platform, and while you have created content, you think that, okay, now it needs certain upgrades, maybe in the middle of the, or you want to add some more content. Now, once you have already made a content and shared with your student, now the next time you want to, refresh, or you want to add some more help, support, and material there, you'll have to do that and send it to the child all over again. And also, we don't work as a teacher, we don't have one chapter to teach. We'll at least have 20 chapters to teach. So understand that we are going to create 20 such files as notes for students. Either we are making it written or we make it on a Word doc. But the benefit of using an ebook is that you can have as many chapters as you want in one file. I have 3 right now for the sample, but you can have as many as you want, as many pages, and whatever updates you make, you don't need to reshare this book with the student. It is auto updated in their book as well. Of course, they cannot edit content. You will keep it restricted so that they will not be able to edit content which you have put in, but they'll be able to view and maybe able to insert certain content in the platform that you have created. So that is a OneNote. And of course, I spoke about the Microsoft Teams as well. So Microsoft Teams helps you create an ebook. It helps you create assignments and give feedback using assignments. Okay, now, one of the most important thing which you can do with assignments is create assignments and give feedback using rubrics. It's very, very helpful when teachers use rubrics for giving feedback. So let me quickly show you an example of the same. All right. So here's a work of a student that has been submitted. Okay, the project was, of course, they had to create a project on photosynthesis. And while the assignment was given to the student, this was also shared with the student. So what the student really gets to know prior to getting the assignment, that this is how he or she is going to be evaluated. And while that is given to the child, all the teacher has to do while the teacher checks the student work. So here's the student work. Please keep yourself on mute, everyone.
Maximum.
So this is the student's work. And once he has submitted, of course, the teacher can give comments and provide any feedback. But apart from that, the teacher can make use of the rubric, mark what he has achieved. Of course, if he's not added a, it's added a picture, he's not added a citation, or he has added, not done a footnote, you can straight away give him a clear reason. The moment he receives a 0, he knows that he's lost mark because he's not done this stuff. These tasks are not done. It is a more constructive way of giving a feedback. So that is possible through Teams, and also the calculation of the score is done easily. So you see, automatically out of 6, he's got a 3.5 because you made a use of it. So this is also possible in Microsoft Teams. Of course, digital classrooms, this is all possible through a digital classroom. You can use it in an online classroom, physical classroom. You can create private channels for discussions with certain groups of students. You can conduct meetings with your students. Of course, I spoke about OneNote. This is also what you will be learning, and this is absolutely free of cost. You require no coding. You can integrate various applications. So you can add a form in it, you can add a video in it, you can add an audio in it, and these various kinds of applications can easily be added in any. You can create grade-wise, subject-wise ebook, create a digital portfolio, add images, videos, all in various kinds of interactive content, give assignments also on an ebook if required. All right. And these are some of the advanced features you will be learning, how to create various kinds of spaces. How can a math teacher use one notebook for helping students self-learn, helping students know the steps of solving a problem? You'll be able to share your books with your students, with your colleague. You will be able to collaborate on your ebook. So how can you do all of this on an online platform? Then comes in Microsoft Forms. Here, I'm sure a lot of us have known how to use a form. So you may know how to create a quiz, you may know how to create a survey, but do you know these advanced features like creating an adaptive form, giving an feedback within the form, an audio feedback, a text feedback, auto grading your form, collaborating on a form. Okay, so what is this adaptive quiz? Let me give you a quick example of an adaptive quiz. Okay, so let me pick up this task that I've created for a student. I ask him to, okay, you need to watch this video and answer the questions. Now, of course, the child can play the video directly.
Today we are going to learn
and will be able to learn about the concept of fraction. Once he's done that, he's going to be asked a question. A fraction is a part of course, there are options given. If he gives an answers correctly, then he's going to be moved on to a next question that he answers. But if he answers it incorrectly, and this is where adaptiveness also comes in. If he answers incorrectly, he'll be moved on to a next video to be watched and not a next question, where he can revise his concept, come back to the same question and answer it again, and then get the next question, and he can proceed into the quiz. This adaptiveness, depending on what they answer, you can get the students to go to the next question or a next remedial content which he can revise, come back and clarify and answer his quiz form again. That's an adaptive quiz. That's what you will be learning through this particular program. All right. Okay, is my voice not audible? I have got 2 comments that increase my volume. I think I'm speaking quite loudly. I think some people are unmuting themselves also. So maybe that disturbance is also getting caused. Am I audible, please? Yeah, for those who feel that my voice is not clear, please try and use a headphone so that you can hear me clearly. And of course, Ms. Arpita, I think you need to either join back again or need you to use a headphone. so that you can hear me clearly, because a lot of others are saying I'm audible and my volume is very much fine. All right. Thank you so much for the messages in the chat. Let's move on to the further things in the form. After forms, you will be learning, of course, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. These are the core three applications which you have used in for a very long time. You may know how to use them, but what we will focus is how do you use this to an optimum level. There are certain advanced feature which may have never tried. Something while you are doing this kind of a presentation, let's say you are doing a presentation, you want that somebody gives you a feedback. Okay, if you don't have a particular person physically sitting, you may not get a feedback from the person. But you have an inbuilt AI feature in PowerPoint, which can give you a quick, immediate feedback on how you've been speaking. Was your space great? Did you speak the right number of words? Were you just reading from the text of the presentation? Or were you summarizing the content? So that kind of feedback. Creating website presentation also takes a lot of time for teachers. You see this particular slide, I did not take even more than 5 seconds to create it. I just added a picture, heading, and the content. And with one click in PowerPoint, I redesigned this presentation just like that in 5 seconds. I'm not kidding, but in 5 seconds, of course, after putting in my content. So if my content is just pasted, with one click, this design, the curve, and everything can happen very much automatically with Microsoft AI features within PowerPoint. Also, the PowerPoint has a feature of recorders. So how can you record your own videos in the PowerPoint? All right, so these are some of the features which you may have never utilized it, which we will teach you in this program. Then comes in Word. Again, in Word, you may say, oh, I'm great at using Word, but have you done collaboration on Word? Do you know how two people can work on Word on the same document? Okay. Do you know how to create an automated table of content? Do you know how to translate a document from one language to the other on Word directly? Do you know how you can just dictate and the Word will do the writing for you? Don't have to sit and type your content. So all this is a part of the Word online module that we have in this program. And the last but not the least is Excel. I know a lot of teachers do not use Excel because of a fear of a lot of things, but it is very important for teachers to use Excel for data analysis. We collect so much of data, we take tests, but are we analyzing the data? So how can you analyze the data? So basic features like sort, filter view, freezing of cells, certain formulas like basic ones, sum, if, and advanced formulas like say VLOOKUP, data validation, conditional formatting, flash fill. That's what a part of your Excel online program. How it is different and beneficial from Google Classroom. I will speak about it towards the end. There are two different products providing quite similar things, but I'll speak about it towards the end. Of course, you can use OneDrive, which is an online storage space. You can keep your documents and you can access it from anywhere. You have privacy settings there. You can absolutely not share your document with anybody. Or if you have shared it, you can have layers of protection. Either let them just view it, let them comment on it, or even allow them to edit it, which means you are basically getting in collaboration with that person. Microsoft Calendar, how can you manage your time, meetings? How do you do so set reminders for yourself? You'll learn about all that in Microsoft Calendar. Sway, that's another application which I'd like to show you as an example. So, of course, we all know presentations, but this is another way of presenting. You can use Sway. It's called a digital storytelling board. Of course, for language teachers, an amazing product. Even you can create a resume on this. Of course, this is made a little flowery. You can make it very formal also. and you can share various kinds of content, not just text. You can add video, you can add audio, you can integrate other applications too over here. So I'll show you one at the end. Yeah, you have pictures, which can be an interactive picture. You can stack, this is a stack variant of it, and you can integrate. I can actually get the students to play a Kahoot. You can create school newsletters on it. Okay, your classroom letters, newsletters, and share it with your parents very easily. Okay, so that's the way. And then the last application is Flip. Now, this application, this application, of course, is free for everyone to use. And the best part about this application is to engage students in the right things that we want them to do in discussions. You know, a lot of students don't want to involve themselves in discussion, but here you can give them an opportunity to create videos, share it with their class, and of course, you can engage in peer evaluation, peer reviews, and you can, as a teacher, give them feedback. So here's an example. A teacher wanted the students to create on a topic, types of, how celebrities influence them, us, and she has given certain pointers on which the teacher wants them to talk. Now, here are the students' videos where they have given their review.
There are
What
various kinds of
the
celebrities in today's modern world.
teacher listens to it and she can give a feedback to the student very easily. So this is another application that you'll be learning in Microsoft Teams. Okay, so if I have a comment, if we prepare PowerPoint presentations using AI tools, our creativity goes very low and can easily teach student center. No, but the Microsoft PowerPoint is not creating content for you. Content has to be created by you. But how do you display the content? I have seen very bad presentations with a lot of teachers. There's no kind of font and the color ratio happening. Content is just pasted like that. So if you want to beautify your presentation, you have an inbuilt AI. It is not for creating content. Content has to be put in by the teacher. I showed you a slide on PowerPoint presentation, which I created. The content is not taken by any application. I wrote it. I put the picture. I decided everything. But the designing, even if you see this one, I did not sit and create this circle. I did not put this green patch. I did not put in the logo within it. I just added the content. I put it up. I picked up the logo of the company of Flip and it designed it for me. I have saved my time. Okay. Yes, if you want to be creative in the way you want to showcase it, you can still do it. But if you have just content and just put in, a lot of teachers do that, just content is there. How do you present it nicely? Okay. Sometimes PowerPoints, you just put certain bullets and it will make a nice chart and give it to you. Why waste your time? Okay. So it is how you put in content. It will give you options to make changes in the way it looks. So content creation still is on the teacher. There is where you can show all your creativity. Of course, if you don't want to use that feature, it is up to you. But yes, it saves a lot of your time in sitting and formatting presentations. And that is where the teachers do not like to spend a lot of time. Okay. All right, moving on to the 21st century skills. This, as I said, is the very important part of this certification is understanding of these 21st century skills. The Microsoft Certified Educator certification, I'll show you a sample certificate, and you will see that on the certificate, it is not only just talking about technology, but it's also talking about 21st century skills, knowledge that the teacher has. So both of it is mentioned, and it is very important that if you are in this world, it is very important that you as teachers develop these skills in students. Imagine yourself some years back when you were students and think whatever we learned, whatever skills we got, are they good enough for us to survive, sustain in this particular environment, generation, or whatever world you call it? Okay. We are also constantly updating ourselves. And this constant updation is going to become even more important when the students we are teaching will require when they are going to go into their futures. So you see, we are in a world which is changing at a super speed, covered by technology and AI, and jobs which were not so important, not so popular some years back, are the most in demand jobs. Artificial intelligence, prompt engineering, data scientist, you name it, and these are all the recently heard words which are now becoming so important for us also as teachers to know. What is this AI? How can I make use of it? How can I best make use of AI? All right. Thus, it is going to be very important for us to help students learn skill-based training, because it's going to help them prepare for the volatile and uncertain world that we are going to face in the future. So just focusing on teaching content from the textbook. Okay, a lot of teachers just fix themselves to teach content from the textbook. If you are teaching beyond, if you're getting them to do real life examples, if you're connecting to higher order thinking skills, then of course you're doing a great job, because you're automatically developing 21st century skills, because this is what is required in 21st century skills: critical thinking, creativity, collaboration. It is very important for students to be able to sustain themselves and become a lifelong learner for the future that they will see maybe the next 10 to 15 years of time. Okay, I have some comments. So, if you see, there is a big change also in the kind of teaching learning is happening nowadays in schools. It's very collaborative. There is technology, STEM, robotics. Students also have access to internet. So they're not now solely dependent on the teacher. They can Google an answer and find information. So if that is what internet is about going to be able to give them, what is it that we are going to give them separately and differently? That is what is our role as an educator going to be like. All right. And therefore, it is very important we help students develop these skills of critical thinking, problem solving, communication, collaboration. And therefore, Microsoft, while it designed this program, it added these skills into their curriculum. All right. And the national education policy also speaks about the same thing. So there are 2 points which I have highlighted, which talks about 21st century skills: critical thinking, creativity, decision making. Let the students innovate and also get the students to use technology. So it is not just the teacher to make use of technology, but students should also be making use of technology. The CBSE boards in their handbooks also mentioning that it is very important for teachers to empower students with 21st century skills. You can see the point number 2, so that they can deal with their life issues and concerns at an ease. If you are somebody either who wants to teach in an international curriculum or already teaching in an international curriculum, both the famous international curriculums, which is Cambridge International and the IBO, which is International Baccalaureate Program, both of them are speaking about developing 21st century skills. Okay, getting the students in collaboration, helping students become communicators, thinkers, inquirers, 21st century. All right. So this sums up the Microsoft certified program that you will be going through, One is knowing the technology part, the other is 21st century skills part. What other thing that we are offering is masterclasses. Now, I spoke about a lot of AR content. If you see directly, Microsoft does not talk about AR content. So we have devised 10 masterclasses wherein we feel that this are another set of important tools which you should be learning to make yourself a more holistic teacher. So these 10 masterclasses include how you can use graphic design. So you can create your own class board messages, posters, creative worksheets could be created over here. Social media posts, if you have to create, you can create it. You can do editing. So if you are creating your own videos, now a lot of teachers are creating YouTube videos. If you want to do that, you can learn the editing and you can upload your own videos. Coding, another very important thing, an introduction class to coding. What is coding? Why should teachers learn coding? And you will learn to code and create a fun activity for students using Scratch. Then gamification. How can you get in game-based elements into your classroom? All right. And I said about AR, VR earlier. This is another application you'll be learning where how you can create virtual reality, how you can use 3D content in your classroom, how you can have simulations. Simulations are virtually, you can help students learn certain concepts. They will be able to manipulate things. And then AR and VR in education. So I've been talking about a lot, and we have ensured that we educate you as to what applications are available for AR and VR. How can you use this into your classroom? And then another 5 more subject specific tools that you will applications you will learn. So for English and language teachers, we'll add on certain tools that you will learn. And for mathematics teachers, you will have some. For science teachers, you will have some. For social science, you will have some. And for preschool, again, we have some applications that you do. All right. Now, coming to the whole, this is what you learn. Now, I'm just putting it, summarizing it. You are learning 10 plus Microsoft tools. You are, using some tools which are used by many educators across the world. All the tools and application will teach you are quite free for you to use, and you don't have to pay on to utilize these applications. And of course, once you are done through the program, you can give the Microsoft Certified Educator examination. It is just a 1-hour exam, MCQ based. Once you clear the exam, you get the badge that you can see in the center of the screen. You'll get a certificate. Okay, so this is what I was talking about, the certificate that you will be getting. It says technology literacy and 21st century learning design. All right. Now, you have 2 options in the way you can do this program. One, of course, is you can take the program on your own and, go ahead and prepare yourself. And the second option, of course, you can join our training program where we focus specifically on preparing you for giving your exams and also on how do you effectively use these tools into your classroom. Another advantage of becoming a Microsoft certified educator is how you can brand yourself. So you can use this logo, or the badge that you get in your resume, in your signatures, email signatures, in your LinkedIn profile as well. All right. And yes, these are some of the benefits of the program. You can have a look at it. I quickly see questions. Okay. Question. Any feedback has... You can go on YouTube and search for the Microsoft Certified Educator program. And of course, as I said, there is something as self-training which you can do. Of course, get yourself trained and everything, but you still have to bear the examination cost of which is 4,400. You will have to give the exam at your home, find a center, find an exam person who will proctor you and do the examination. It's a 1-hour exam and 70% is the pass. This is when you do this program on your own. But of course, if you choose up educators, you don't have to find anybody. we are ourselves an examination partner. So we help you get the program. And of course, our program is completely hands-on, no recordings. Okay, of course, if you miss, you will get recordings, but you are attending the classes regularly. It will be hands-on program. We're going to be giving you practice tasks and assignments and quizzes to do so that you get prepared for your examination. We will conduct a mock for you, a revision class for you. We have drought solving sessions. We have mentor support. We have provided curated material into our LMS so that you can read and access it whenever you want after the program is over. Our batch size is small. We have 3 days per week program happening, which is thrice in a week, 8:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you finish the complete program by 5 weeks. Okay. Our batch is starting on the 16th of November, which is post Diwali. So, of course, if you are interested, you have some good offers and discount. I'm just going to be talking about how much is this program going to cost. All right. So the cost of the program is 8,900. And as I said, of course, plus GST, and of course, another 4,400 if you actually go to see, which I mentioned is an examination fee. But in case you wish to join the program immediately, you are really clear after this webinar that yes, it's going to add value to me. You can get in touch with our counselors. I'll be flashing the numbers. You can take them down and you can avail for an examination fee exemption, which means you'll get a straight 4,400 rupees discount. We have limited vouchers as we are examination partner of Microsoft. We've got some vouchers from them, and that is what we would like to share it with you. And of course, why am I saying in a couple of days? It can even get over tomorrow. It can get over after 4 days. We have limited number. So it depends on how fast people join in, that can be made available to them. And therefore, if you want this offer to help come into you, as I said, you get a straight 4,400 rupees discount. But yes, you have 8,900 rupees cost plus the GST to be paid. Okay. And another festive offer that we are running, the master classes that I spoke about, the 10 master classes are typically worth 3,000 rupees. We are adding these master classes to this group completely free as an exciting bonus. So you get another 10 additional sessions worth 3,000 rupees absolutely free of cost because you're going to be joining the Microsoft Certified Educator program. So if I actually put all of the costing together, it is going to be 16,000 plus worth program. But with all the discounts, all the bonuses that we are offering, the program cost is 8,900 plus GST. All right. This is the final exclusive offer, 8,900 plus GST. This includes the training fee for the course, the examination fee of NCE, which is, as I said, 4,400, and 10 master classes, which are another 3,000 of worth of rupees. All right. A very important slide, the best slide I feel that we have is technology won't ever replace teachers, but teachers who know and use technology will probably replace teachers who do not. So be the one who knows technology well, use it effectively into your classroom. And of course, a quick look at this is the kind of reviews we've got. We've had 1,000 plus educators reviewing us on Google. I'll show you the reviews, and we have a 4.9 rating on Google reviews. This is our website, upeducators.com. You can go on our website, go scroll down. You can see the Microsoft Certified Educator program. You will be able to click on it.
मैंने कुछ तो भी यहाँ पे ना
Please keep yourselves on mute. So you will be able to know about the program over here. You can see all the details here. And of course, you can move down. As I mentioned about some of the expert voices, the details have been mentioned here. And you can see certain video reviews of our participants. We have around 850 plus educators giving us our reviews. And as I said, 1,000 plus educators It's now 1300, so 1000 plus is also, we've crossed that bar. 4.9 on 5 is the rating, and you can just check our reviews. We always got 4 and 5 stars for all the programs that we have. All right. So yes, I am going to be sharing, this is the detail of the participant, of the person whom you can contact for your further queries. I'm also going to be putting up a poll right now. And this can give you, this will give me an understanding on whether you are interested in knowing more about the program, and our teacher and team can get in touch with you. Pop up here, do you want to know more about the program? You can mark a yes, no, or a maybe, and our team will get in touch with you about more details of the program. Of course, if you have any questions now, you can ask me. And of course, I'm going to be sharing the form link in the chat just in a minute and requesting everyone to kindly fill that. And make sure, one thing is very important when you fill this form, make sure you have, okay, sorry, make sure your email address is correctly entered, and the form that you fill has your name the way you want it on a certificate. Please just don't write your first name because it will come in that way. Okay, so the way you want, so I am Sonam Chavan. If I want my certificate to have Chavan Sonam and my husband's name, I will write it in that way. Because if I just write Sonam in my name and I leave it that way, I'm not going to get any other way the form is. Sif Sonam likh ke aa jayega certificate pe. So make sure what you put into the form, which I'm given right now, I'll paste it one more time. Please fill your details correctly. Please fill your email address and number also correctly. Because if your email addresses are wrong, you will not end up getting the certificate, because your certificates will come on your email. All right. So I think I have answered the question how to get the certificate. Now there was a question which was asked before, which is how is it different from a Google Classroom? Now, of course, Google Classroom comes under using of Google for education tools. Depends on, again, the kind of schools you are in. If your school is using Google platform, then of course Google for certification is more apt for you. If your school is using Microsoft is more apt for you. Of course, Google is purely testing teachers on tools and how you use it. Microsoft is training you for not only the tools, but also training you for 21st century skills. So those are major differences. A lot of features you will see are quite similar. Of course, they're quite different also. A Google Classroom may not let you do certain things, which a Microsoft will be able to do. Something like an ebook, you can't have it in a Google Classroom. There's no concept of ebook in Google, but there's a concept of that over here in Microsoft. So it depends on, as I said, these are the various applications you will learn. I show you how it can be integrated. It will be your decision, of course, to know, to learn whether you want to know about Google more or Microsoft more. We offer both the programs. Of course, you can go on our website and check even about Google Certified Educator program. All right. Mr. Krishna, you have given me the details. You don't need to give me the details. You need to put the details in the form, which I have given. I am not going to be the one who is generating the certificate. You need to complete the form so that your certificate comes to you automatically. Same for Mr. Kathiravan. Please make sure you do that you fill the form and not your details here. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Mr. Syed Mustafa, I will take your name down and I will pass on to my team my team will get in touch with you because you mentioned to me that you wish to join the program. So you'll get a call from them about the program. All right. Any questions anybody has related to the program? Thank you so much. Thank you. Where will we get the form? I have already put it up in the chat. Please check the chats. You scroll it up a little above. I have put two links, one at 601 and one at 602. They are same links. It's just that you need to click one and complete the form. Thank you so much for joining in today. Course fee is one time, of course, but you can talk to our team and you can check if you can give it in maybe max 2 installments, but it will depend on, how you are paying it and when you are paying it. We do not have an EMI option for sure because it's not a very, very huge amount. Thank you so much. Thank you. The duration of the course is 5 weeks. So 5 weeks, it's like 1 month and 1 week. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. If you've completed the form and the poll requests you to kindly take a leave, of course, I'm sure you will have certain commitments apart from this. So please proceed if you have to. I am waiting in for some more time so that if any queries are there, I will definitely would like to answer them. For those who have no queries and have completed both the tasks, of course, it's okay for you to leave. Thank you. Thank you so much. Feedback form. Okay, I will paste it one more time. Give me a minute. Here is the feedback form. If you've not got it, please make sure you complete your feedback form before you leave. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. How do I? Okay.
Ma'am, feedback is available now.
I didn't get you. What? I'm giving the
Feedback
feedback.
form is available now.
Yes, you are. It's available. You can just click on the link I have shared a couple of times and fill it up.
Okay, thank you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good
Ma'am,
evening.
you said the timing is from 8:30 to 10 p.m.
Yes.
So as I'm working, can I join according to my suitable time?
No, the class starts at 8:30 sharp and it's till 10 o'clock.
Okay, but what about the working people?
So people, I'm sure by then the PM, no, it is. So I'm sure most of them are
Oh,
done with.
I made a mistake. It's 8:30 p.m. to by 10 p.m. Yes, yes,
Right.
that's fine.
Yeah.
And I would like to know one more thing, ma'am. You said something about Microsoft Certified Educator and Upgrade Educator. How was that different? You were telling something, I could not get it.
No. Up Educator is our company's name.
Okay.
So we
So,
are Up Educator are training you for becoming a Microsoft certified educator.
okay. So you said we can get the Microsoft Certified Educator certificate through your company. That is
So it's
what.
not through our company. We are just training you for it. The certificate that you will get will be from Microsoft directly. So, you will see the certificate. We will also, of course, give you a certificate. But of course, you will get a separate certificate from Microsoft once you clear that exam, which has nothing to do with up educators. It is a pure, it's like, you go and give an SSC exam. Your school prepares you for an board exam. But the
Okay,
certificate you get is from the board. It's not from the school. It's exactly like
fine. Okay. So do we have to go to any center or we can do it?
it is the examination from your home.
Okay,
It
fine.
will be you need a laptop and a webcam so that because it's going to be proctored. So somebody is going to be watching you through the whole exam. And it's
Okay,
a 1 hour exam. And once you are done, you get your certificates and everything immediately.
okay. Thank you
Thank you.
for letting us know all these things. We were
Thank you.
not aware and making us aware of all these things.
Thank
Surely
you.
these tools are going to be the future of the
Yes.
classrooms.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am, so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Arpita. Thank you. All right, thank you everyone. Of course, last 1 more minute, I'm there. If you have any questions, you can now unmute also. We are not a very big group. You can unmute and ask your query as well if you have any. And of course, if you have no questions, you can definitely take a look.
Ma'am, we can take online classes also?
This is online only, ma'am. We don't have a physical class. This is all online.
Okay.
This is all
Online classes. Okay.
twice a week for 5 weeks. You will have classes
Okay.
every three, like thrice in a week, alternate.
Okay.
And it
Okay.
is 1.5 hour class.
Okay. Ma'am, my subject is science. And I
Yeah,
am teaching in a school, Treehouse High School, and I teach in grade 3, 4, 5 science.
correct.
So I am interested.
Okay, all right. All right. I'll keep
Okay.
your name noted. I will give it to my team. All right.
Okay,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Ms. Prima.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Thank you. And have a good evening. Bye-bye, everyone.
Okay, ma'am. Bye bye. Good evening, ma'am.